So, introducing Oscar from Relo AI. Oscar has 20 years, more than 20 years of experience in the removals industry.
Yeah,
Know it inside out.
yeah, it's true. Right, my name is Oscar. As you're gonna see, I got a funny accent because I'm from Portugal. I'm here since 2007, and since that time, I've been working in the moving industry. I started as a packer, as a driver, team leader, then start to do the surveys, start to run the operations, till I get a general manager for a multi-million pound relocation company. Since 2022, when ChatGPT came about, I started to develop some interest in artificial intelligence. I found it amazing capacity, and I started to identify where AI could help. On that time, in my current job, I was general manager for a relocation company, and then at some point I decided to no, I want to do this for more companies. I think loads of companies they can benefit from the implementation of artificial intelligence.
We've actually heard loads about AI today. A few different companies here who are starting to incorporate AI into things. But I think the real challenge is a lot of us are quite excited by this and think, well, we really want to start using this technology. Where Oscar's going to take us is how you get started, how you do it without spending a fortune, so how you test it so you know what works, and also figuring out where to put it inside your business. So I'm going to hand over to Oscar, and away you go.
Thank you, thank you. I'm going to divide in a steps. I call it rapid because I think it's a framework that will help you to implement AI in a cost efficient way, and not just the cost, to make sure that you are doing utilizing your time to on the right tools, but first and foremost to tackle the right problems. Okay. Um, there are lots of movers. They are wasting money already in AI because one of the problems that I'm facing and I'm seeing in companies is that they are trying to automate processes. However, if the process is not slick, if you cannot put the process in a paper, if you cannot divide that process in steps, AI is not going to understand the process. You, first and foremost, you need to be able to fix the process first. And other problem that is facing is there are a lack of moving specific success metrics. And what I mean is people want to try to implement an AI tool without knowing what good looks like. What people usually thinks, I want to adopt AI, but they don't have a framework. They don't know what AI can give them back, and by sorting that problem, how much hours the company can have back. And if you don't quantify those elements, you're never going to understand if you are doing the right thing or not with the AI for your business. Other problem that I'm seeing people having inside the companies is if you don't provide training on AI for the people to use the tools, they will never use the tools. They don't want even to listen about. And if you engage them in the proper training program, is where they start to get excited about AI, and will be those employees, they will come with new ideas, with new suggestions, but you need to involve them from the very beginning, but you need to provide them training. And other problem I'm seeing is people trying to sort of very simple problems that just require a simple email automation or a simple tool AI to go and look for a simple answer, and they are trying to overcomplicate. Why? They didn't map out all the problem. They don't understand the problem. They are just trying to sort of things there's no need to sort it. how the successful relocation companies are winning with the AI. One, they follow a framework. They use a structured approach where they got clear phases, decision gates, and accountability checkpoints. They don't start not even thinking about the AI tool or a tool without having a framework, how they're going to put the AI tool process in place. The successful companies as well, they run experiments. If you got 10 salespeople or 10 drivers or 10 move coordinators, try to run those experience just in one sales or two salespeople or in just a couple of move coordinators or just in one or two drivers. Don't try to roll out for all the company because you're just going to make your task much difficult, and the small pilots, they are amazing learning experience for you and for whoever is in charge to try to implement AI tools, because they're gonna start on these small automations. The small pilots is a great learning experience for you and for whoever is helping you with the AI implementation. Secondly, and third and last, we try to help companies. AI can do amazing things, but there is that point, if you find that it's just going to add complexity, or if it's not going to bring real value to your business and return on investment, there's absolutely no point. You need to have the courage to say no, we are going on the wrong direction. We spent already 3 weeks trying to do this. The solution is going to be more expensive than the problem. Have the courage to drop at some point if it's not working for you guys. Don't keep insisting in something that is not going to provide you value for your business. It's okay to get it wrong. The rapid framework, yeah. Step number one is the real problem definition. You need to understand exactly what you are trying to sort of. You cannot just come with the expression, yeah, I want to use AI, I want to benefit from AI, but you need to understand exactly the problem, and we're going to talk about the problem identification a bit further down. Number two, assess your current state. Again, you need to audit your existing process. Whatever you are trying to automate, you need to be able to map it out. It's very, very important. Third, as I said, you need to start with the small experiences in 2 or 3 elements of the team, or just one element of the team. But don't try to build the ocean and roll out for all the company. It's not going to work, guys. Fourth, it's very important that you have business metrics in place. You need to understand what are you having back from AI implementation. Don't even start looking for an AI tool if you really don't understand the problem that you're going to solve. And if the problem you are solving is translated in hours, you need to understand how many hours you're going to have back even before you start to look for AI tools. Fully understand your problem, okay? And five, yeah, deploy or drop. Yeah, again, have the courage to drop. I'm going to tell you, to run small experiences, you need to spend 500 pounds, 1,000 pounds tops. But yeah, if there is a point you say, yeah, I wasted here 1,000 pounds, have the courage to drop. If it doesn't work for you guys, but rapid. You don't need to wait half a year to see. You're going to experiment just in 2 or 3 weeks. You're going to realize straight away if it's going to give you some business value back or not. Regarding the problem, yes, the problem, you're going to need to identify what is broken, what are you trying to sort out, what is the problem that is take you too much time that you think the AI can help you with that. You need to understand who is the owner, who is the people that is suffering with that problem, and you're going to need to involve them. Don't close yourselves in the board meeting room and start to decide, yeah, we're going to implement AI. But if you don't involve the people that is suffering the problems, you're not going to manage, because they're going to be the most helpful and the biggest source of help to sort of the problems they are facing on a day-to-day basis. success, before you start, once again, you need to understand what you are trying to achieve, what the success looks to you. Don't think just, I want to bring AI tools, but if you don't know what is the goal, as you know in business, if you don't know what is the goal, you're going to be lost. And you need to understand the constraints. What are the requirements? Which money we have available to put on this pilot in this project? And you need to understand all the conditions, if needs, which tools needs to integrate, or whatever requirements and whatever time constraint you got as well. Don't go mad. Just choose a small pilot, and you don't need to spend a fortune. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just try with very cheap ways to try new AI tools. And you need to understand who is involved, obvious. You need to understand who you're gonna involve from IT, who are the people that is suffering the problem that you need to bring to the meeting, you need to bring to them to the table to help to find an AI solution for that problem. And once again, you need to be able to put everything that you are trying to achieve, but put it in numbers, in KPIs, in order to give you a guidance if you are having money back from the money that you are investing in AI. Assess the current state. Yeah, you need again. You need to map your current process, because let's imagine I am a consultant and doesn't matter how little or how much I know about AI. If you are not able to explain me exactly the problem that you want to sort it, it's going to be very difficult for us to do our job, or for me, or for anyone that is external to your company that is able to help you with the AI. You need to understand exactly what is the current process, where the things are going wrong, what are the bottlenecks, and again, very, very important, you need to calculate the waste. You need to, before you go looking for AI tools, you need to understand how much you're going to save, because for those that needs to get a budget approved by the CFO or by the owner of the company, there's not a better way to do it by tell them we're going to save 10 hours per week on this task, and 10 hours per week is 200 pounds per week times 52. We are talking about 50 grand per year we can save here. Probably the CFO is going to understand, yeah, probably it's okay to spend 5 grand on this. We're gonna have 10 by the end of the year. And then once you part of assessing your current state, you need to understand if there are people inside your company that is comfortable or not to use AI tools. If you're gonna need to train them before you bring in AI tools to the game, you need to understand your data, how your data flows inside your company, because AI works with data, is their source. And if we don't understand where your data is coming from and where it's go, it's difficult for us to get AI getting fed from that data. And once again, if you cannot map your current process clear on paper, don't try to bring AI to sort it, because it's not going to sort it, okay? First and foremost, you need to start by the problem, by the process. There is some Chinese here written. I don't know how this happened. I apologize. But pilot, once again, you need to start. Let's imagine you want to, every time a lead comes to your system, you want to send a WhatsApp message. Let's say automatic. Let's use a WhatsApp message or an email. Start first with one source of the leads. Let's start with the leads that come from the website or that comes from that lead provider. Start with small pilots. Don't try to tackle all the lead providers at the same time, all the lead generators, because you're gonna need to understand the particulars of any of them. Set up a timeline. Let's roll an experience here for a couple of weeks just, and try to keep it a very low budget for a small problem. You're going to learn a lot about your company. then during that week, you're going to need to check in every day what is happening, what the AI is doing for you. You need to have the success metrics in place. And when you start when you start a AI process, or you start a AI implementation, make sure that you know where is the turn off button, how we can revert straight away back to the oldest process. And when you build something on AI, you need to, this is very important. AI goes rogue from time to time. AI fails. And you need to have a system in place how we switch this off and we go back to the old process quick as possible. And once again, we are talking about business. We need to make sure that we're not going to bring AI just because we saw a fancy tool out there on Facebook ads. We saw a new video generation makes the most amazing videos. However, if this doesn't meaning return to your business, don't waste your time. Spend your time in things that are gonna, or they're gonna save time for you, that you can quantify how many hours this is gonna save us per week, how many errors we're gonna reduce, or what is the real return. We're gonna invest £2,000 in this project. How much we're gonna have back in by the end of the year? You need to understand if your team is happy with it, or if your clients that are receiving automated emails, you need to check if they are okay with that, if they are happy with that, and you need to have business metrics, and you need to understand exactly if you are going on the right direction. You need to understand if it's doing any good for your business or not. I came across people that is putting AI tools just because they like the videos they produce, but they are not generating any more any leads. They are just it's just wasting their time. Okay. Deploy and drop. Yes, you should be ready to deploy any AI tool if they bring financial returns. If your team is not adopted, you better drop it, because there's no way you're going to put AI tools in place if your team is not able to, or keen to use it. There is really a quality improvement on your service, or and you are deploying a small task that you can you try with one salespeople, and you can now replicate for 10 salespeople. Everybody's gonna adopt it. If it's gonna increase the complexity of your processes, of the team is not very keen in use it. If as you go, you need to bolt on more tools and the costs start to increase, and there's no return on your invest, have the courage to drop it. You don't need this tool in your business. It's not helping your business at all. Sorry, can we stop for the other presentation? I can follow here. Okay, when I see opportunities for people is using AI in the right way and giving great return on investment, I don't see any reason in a moving company for the humans to be involved in the whole process of capturing leads, allocate them to salespeople, upload them in Moveware or iMove or whatever software. All this process, AI is excellent on that. If you are wasting time inserting new clients on your system, is a great opportunity for automation. Automation as well, people waste loads and loads of time on emails. There are built-in tools, email management tools out there for £20 subscription per person. They will write your emails, they will categorize, they will put them in a certain order, they will tell you, they will give you summaries. That saves you a lot of time. What I see lots of some companies start to adopt is to have the quotations putting together by AI. I understand it's a difficult matter, but if you come to think about putting a quoting together, and I put hundreds together, it's just on the back of our mind, but we can put it on a spreadsheet. Is the long carry, is the packing cost, costs, is the van, is the mileage, is the parking arrangements, is the parking materials. All this can be part of a job sheet. And if it's part of a job sheet, you can train AI to put the maths together exactly the same way that you put together. There's no point to spend 2 days to put a code together to Singapore, because AI can put those tools together, those prices together. Great tool I see some companies using already is getting AI to analyze the sales call of your salespeople, because the AI can identify where the people is getting difficulties in converting the phone call in booked move. And AI is great to analyze phone calls, and is also great to analyze the emails that your clients send to you, to send to your salespeople, and can advise your salespeople, yeah, this client is ready to pay, is the right time to try to convert. Or the AI can analyze as well when the clients are angry and prioritize the emails. This needs to be answered urgently, and will put on top of your list. In terms of operations, obvious, every document nowadays, lots of people scan and upload in other operative system. The way the companies are going, yes, we need properly still, or to take a picture or to scan the documents, but all the data that is in that document, AI puts in a data format and is okay to upload in any system. You don't need to be copy and paste for any document that comes from the warehouse or that comes from the cruise, the job sheets. Instead of scanning, AI can scan and put in data. I see already companies using the AI using the cameras of the warehouses to tell where is the location of the storage unit, to track the movements of the storage unit, follow, and they know that today is there, tomorrow or 2 weeks ago was there, and they are using AI as well to identify those storage containers that you got 70 cube to put in store, you got a storage container there that got 100 cube of space. Let's utilize that storage container. Dynamic slotting and pricing. Dynamic pricing is quite hot at the moment. People is using AI for those Tuesdays and Wednesdays that are dead, for the winter time, to double the prices for the Fridays in July and August, and they are using AI to do dynamic pricing for removal services. AI connected to the trackers of the vehicles and to your maintenance system will manage all the maintenance of a vehicle for you, inclusive book the services with your service provider. I'm working with a company that can do that already. Obvious, I don't see the point. Every company is a company, and every company is different. But I don't see much the point nowadays for the movers to turn up in people's house with paperwork. Since COVID, we learned that we can put all that in digital workflows. In terms of marketing, AI. Today, you can go to your ChatGPT and ask what is the country that the people is moving more the last 3 months, the last month. Therefore, this is very useful information for your marketing department. Competition analysis, SEO and AEO, answer engine optimization. I want to leave a note here, guys. People is starting to ask ChatGPT which move or which removal company I should move from Birmingham to London. And if you are not learning how to deal and to make sure that ChatGPT recommends your company, you're going to lose a lot of leads. And as you probably heard, with the increase of AI, the people use less and less your website, goes less to your website. AI being used as well for internal training to generate training materials for the crews, for the move coordinators, for the salespeople, and to understand the customer journey. What is the journey of a lead since arrives to the company to we deliver the service? I'm gonna give you example. Moving company in South London. They do international shipping. I'm working with them. And before they had to get a code for packing, then a code for shipping, then a code for destination services, and then they need to get the approval from the manager, and all this just to put a code together will take them 2 days. What we put in place is a system that you just need to put the destination, the cubic feet, and AI will work out the price. Will go out to your agent, ask the agent for a price, all the automatic emails, and obtain prices from the shipping companies. What will take them 2 days to put a code together, and now they put the codes together in 2 hours. And those hours that are saved, now the salespeople they can use to talk with people. This is where the salespeople need to be, is talking with people, is not putting coatings together. And why this works because, as I said, if you start to by identifying the problem, seeing how many hours you spend on it and how many hours you're gonna have back, is gonna give you the right framework if there is any point to invest on that or not. Because you're gonna find inside of your organizations there are lots of things that can be automated, but there's no point to automate them, because if you're going to spend £15,000 to develop an AI tool just to automate that, and your colleague on their desk takes 15 minutes every day to do it, yeah, you better leave it, do it. You need people inside your organization. Don't go there and try to, 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 to save 15 minutes just for the sake of 15 minutes. You're going to need people inside the organization. You need to make the maths before you go out and try to look for an AI tool. Identify the problem, frame it, put it map it out, and make your maths before you even look. Don't go out looking for tools just because they are fancy tools, okay? And these small experiences you can do in just 1 or 2 weeks, very cheap. They are great learning curves about the problems that you got inside your company. They are great learning problems for us external entities to understand how your company works. How is the data flowing inside your organization? And if you implement 2 or 3 small tools, like a email management tool, everybody inside the organization is going to start to think, hey, probably I got a couple of things that the AI can sort of for me as well. If you start small without causing no reason for distress and alarm, because AI implementation can cause alarm and distress inside the organizations. If you start with small tools, the people is going to embrace the AI project. Is not going to be afraid of it. And focus on business metrics. Yeah, make sure that you got the numbers, and you check the numbers. That is there any return on what you are doing or not? Okay, don't implement just tools because is fashion nowadays to speak about AI. Your next steps. What I advise you to do, identify 2 or 3 big problems inside your organization that is taking time, unnecessary time, that every day the warehouse guy, the operation manager needs to scan 25 job sheets back to upstairs to the office. Probably start to think about those problems. How are we gonna make the people's life easier by implementing AI? But you need to start by the problem, okay? Then, when you identify the problem, identify what is the problem, the owner, what success looks like, what are your constraints, and who are the actors, who's going to be involved, what is the team for this. Design a small 2 weeks pilot. Don't waste months and months to see if it works or not. It works, fine, let's invest proper money. Doesn't work, let's move on, let's do other thing with our time. And yes, if it worked with just 20% of your salespeople, and your salespeople managed to reduce 2 or 3 hours of their time, and they managed to send more quotes out, they managed to put more quotes out, yes, Let's then roll it out for a bigger group, for all the company. It depends on the AI that you are trying to achieve and which problems you are trying to sort out inside your organization. Okay, guys. I hope I helped a bit. I don't know if I did or not, but yeah, shoot me with questions and I'll try to answer the best of my capacity.
Okay, any questions? Nothing from you guys yet. So while you're thinking about it, I thought it was really interesting that you touched on the idea of staff maybe being a bit unsettled by the implementation of AI. And the idea, having worked in large companies and small companies, one thing that occurred to me is that potentially the real opportunity here is actually for the smaller companies who have a ton of business problems. The big companies have these entrenched systems, sometimes bespoke packages that they're using. They have staff to do all of the difficult stuff, whereas the little guys are much more agile, they can make decisions much faster, and they don't have as much baggage to put to one side in order to make change. So I was just wondering kind of how you saw that, if that was kind of on the right lines or not.
I believe you are spot on. You are quite right. I think one of the big opportunities for AI is for the smaller operators. The smaller operators, they're going to be able to deliver the same quantity of jobs of the bigger organizations in a much cheaper way, efficient way. They don't need so many people involved. And one of the big differences for the smaller operators is nowadays AI allows to get access for the data about all the decision makers inside any organization. Like 5 years ago, the big accounts, they are just managed by the big servers and the big RMCs because they knew it who was the decision makers. Nowadays, there are AI tools, and you can that identify who are the decision makers in the big organizations. Secondly, AI for the small operators that are smart and agile, they can put at a very, very low cost, and I'm talking about 150 or 200 or 300 pounds per month, marketing machines that can send thousands and thousands of emails per day. They can send thousands and thousands of Facebook messages, LinkedIn messages. They can engage with the audience in a very cheap that 10 years ago you need the head of the department plus the marketing guy plus 10 guys on IT plus. And nowadays, a guy to run the marketing department that reaches 5,000 people a day costs 300 pounds in tools.
Your passion for this subject is evident. And I know that if I was implementing AI in my business, I would definitely want you on my team. What's the point during the project, which is the best moment for somebody to reach out to you and get you involved?
Once they identify the problems, because I have cases, people come to me and say, yeah, we want to use AI, but do you want to use AI for what? I don't know.
I just want it.
To be honest, I got a lot of experience and I spent 2 days seated by a move coordinator. And I promise you, I'll identify 3 or 4 things that move coordinator does that AI can do easily, okay? But you should, when you ask a consultant or someone external help, you need to have a clear mind. What is the problem? What we are trying to fix? How much the problem cost us now, and how much return we're gonna have? Because if you're gonna realize that, yeah, this problem is gonna save me 30,000 pounds per year. Probably when I step in and I say, mate, but I need 10 grand to put here some systems in place and build some tools, you realize 10,000 times is nothing because you're going to have the return along the years. However, if you didn't do your homework, you don't know effectively how much your problem costs. When I tell you, oh, it's going to cost you 10 grand, you're going to say, oh, 10 grand, oh, it's a lot of money. But if you did your maths, no, 10 is nothing, man. In 3 months' time, you're going to have your money back. You need to do your homework, understand your problem and what is the process around the problem and where is the process broken. And then is when we come, we'll fix we'll improve the process. But the process needs to be there.
Okay. If there's no further questions, Oscar's here on his stand with Relo AI. So if you've got any
Just pop in
questions,
for a question if you need.
yeah, you can go and have a chat to him. Otherwise, let's show our appreciation. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.